Hello and welcome to BIM 360 Basics. Today we're going to take a look at creating your first project in BIM 360. Because after all, you're not going to get much done in BIM 360 unless you have a project to work in. In addition to simply creating a project, you'll also see how to configure the settings of a project and also activate the right services so that you can do the things you need to do in your project. All right, let's get started. I'll begin by logging in to BIM 360. From here, I'll pick BIM 360 Account Admin. Then I'll click the Projects tab. To create my new project, I simply click Add. And then from here, I can provide all of the information that I want to provide on this form. Now, notice there are a few starred items, and they are required, but you can provide all of the information that you have or that you'd like to provide for the project. For my project, I'm just going to simply call this Office Building. I know that's a pretty generic name, but it serves our purpose. Project type, I'll choose Office. Construction type, notice I can choose between new and renovation. I'll pick new. Project value, I'll put in $1 million. Contract type, we're going to say this is traditional design bid build. Start date, I'll pick today. And end date, I'll pick 1 year from today. Project job number is not a requirement, but you can put one in if you have it. Business unit goes along with our cost management module, which is in limited preview right now. But if I had that set up, I could choose a business unit from this drop down right here. Project image is not required, but it's always nice. So I'll go ahead and click that, and I've got a nice little image of a building here. For project address, I'm going to say this is in San Francisco. I'm going to choose the address for the Autodesk headquarters out there. But you might think, where is project address? Where does that come in? Where is that important? One of the things you can show on your home screen for your project is the weather. So it's always nice when you first log in to see, what's the weather like on the construction site today? And by providing the location of the project, it allows BIM 360 to figure out which weather forecast it's looking at. Time zone is of course going to be Pacific time, and then our project language will set at English, but notice that there are quite a few choices there. So once I've got that information provided, I'll click Save and Continue. Next, the very important step of choosing which services you're going to activate for this project. So this is going to determine which tools are available for you while you and others are working in the project. Pretty much by default, you're going to have to start with document management at the top. So I'll click Activate for document management. Notice that I could copy a project settings. I can take an old project and its folder structure and duplicate it into this new project if I want to. I don't want to do that for this case. I want to start fresh. So I'm simply going to provide my email address and my company name and indicate myself as the administrator for this document management service. I'll click Save, and once I've done that, I'll be able to activate other services. You'll find that if you do them out of order, if you try to do design collaboration first, it's going to require that you activate document management first. So speaking of design collaboration, since that is the other service I want to activate, I'll go ahead and click Activate for that. And I'll go through the same thing here. I'll enter my email address and my company, and I'll assign myself as the administrator for that service. So the two services I've activated, document management, which is kind of my general files and folders part of BIM 360, and design collaboration, which is going to let me collaborate through a central model that is stored in the cloud and allow multiple Revit collaborators to work on that project at the same time. There are other important features as well, but that's a main function of design collaboration. All right, so with that, I can click Finish. My project has been created. You can see it down here in the bottom left, and I'll just double click that to open it up. So I'm in that project right now. It's taking me to the project admin screen by default, and I can see the members of that project. And that's probably the next place I want to go, is to add members who are going to be collaborating with me on this project. So there you have it. That's how you create and configure a project in BIM 360. Be sure to check out BIM360basics.com or the BIM 360 Basics YouTube page for more BIM 360 tutorials, tips, and tricks.